Forgive for peace. Our young friend in this podcast today, during one of our Level 2 courses, signed up for presentation Group C, which is for those who have found peace in their lives. The young lady stepped up with a gentle smile. She said, "As a person with the ruling number of 7, my life has had its share of twists and turns. Yet, through a positive outlook and a deep connection to something greater, I've been able to rise above these obstacles." She said she had had a relatively peaceful life until 2 years ago during her personal year 7, on the path leading up to her peak year influenced by the number 4. A devastating event struck her family. Her husband went bankrupt and her eldest daughter passed away in an accident. Here, the serene smile she wore earlier faded, replaced by an indescribable sense of melancholy. She said, in the days following her daughter's death, she was paralyzed by grief. The pain of losing her child and the resentment towards the person who caused her death left her in a state of constant torment, sorrow, and hatred. As you are listening to this, you are probably wondering, as we were, why she chose the At Peace group when her story was so heartbreaking. The story continued. The pain of that day seemed as if it would never go away, until one day she realized carrying these open wounds felt much worse. The pain simmered under her skin and flared up at even the slightest provocation. And finally, she decided to let go. Soon it will be the 2nd anniversary of her death, she said. What I want most of all is to meet the person responsible for her death, to finally find it in my heart to forgive it all. We were relieved for her. Relieved because being able to share these words meant she was ready to let go of the immense pain that had haunted her for so long. Relieved because I believe the moment she learned to accept and overcome the pain was the moment she would turn a new page with her wounds now healed and mended. She would truly embody the spirit of Group C, the At Peace group. We have complete faith in her. Also within that course, another lady stepped up. She said, after our morning repentance and enlightenment meditation session, she saw the 2 people who had hurt her deeply behind her closed eyes and depressed along the words, "I'm sorry" and "I thank you." One of them was her uncle and the other her neighbor, both of whom had sexually abused her when she was a child. And this is the first time she had ever spoken about this painful part of her past. We were stunned to silence. To think that she had carried this pain for so long was almost unbearable. She said, "They are both gone now. It's all in the past, and I have chosen to forget." But somehow, during this morning meditation, their faces came to me out of nowhere and so clearly. Everyone offered their sympathy. They suggested that perhaps the appearance of those 2 people before her might have been a sign they were seeking forgiveness. But I said to her, even though she had chosen to forget, her inner child was still carrying the weight of trauma. The powerful meditation might have triggered and awakened the pain that had not been healed. She thought she had forgotten it all, but maybe she had simply forced herself to never think about it again. In reality, the scars were still there. When she chose not to treat it, of course, once touched, the pain would come again. I remember 3 years ago, in our For What the Heart Say program centered around the theme Peace, we shared a story about a young lady who lost her younger sister. From then on, no matter how strong and resilient she appeared on the outside, she was in fact tormented by the guilt of never having the time to offer her sister comfort and support in the final moments leading up to her death. I deeply understood, even back then, that facing the sudden loss of someone we deeply love, it feels like the rest that remained have also gone with them for a long time. In reality, we can't simply tell someone to stop being sad or get up and move on. The all-consuming grief, sometimes so excruciating that we no longer feel pain, it will stay for a while. However, try not to let yourself be consumed by the pain, the agony. We must try to find the strength to move forward because no matter what we are going through, life goes on. The departed have left, but how will the living endure? With wounds as deep as this, the best healing comes from forgiveness. I know it's a difficult journey, like swimming against the current, but please try. Find within yourself the courage to let go, and then you can begin to fill the emptiness in your heart with love. If you have ever participated in our basic life management with numerology courses, you will know from the energy management section that when you feel sad, your energy level is only 75. When you're angry, it's 150. However, when you accept things, your energy level jumps to 350. And when you use love to approach everything, you reach a high level of 500. Every day, after my meditation and yoga sessions, I dedicate my prayer to my past life karmic connections and all sentient beings I may have harmed. I pray for the liberation of all beings, including those I have consumed or killed intentionally or unintentionally. May we all be free from hatred, protect each other, and be reborn in the Pure Land. So, I encouraged you to practice penance and repentance towards your karmic connection after each Ho'oponopono session. This will help dissolve our karmic ties and purify your subconscious mind. This will not only benefit them, but will also bring you great inner peace and harmony. I believe that by expressing these feelings, the inner child from within you has shed a layer of pain. Now it's up to each of you to nurture and love that inner child. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, accept and confront your challenges. With time, your wounds will mend and you will emerge stronger. Let go, my friend, and find peace. Best wishes of peace and love to everyone. December 2024, Lê Đỗ Quỳnh Hương and Make You Team.